What is up, people? Welcome to a special late night Class versus Crass. I am your host, Shawn Long, and as always is my crassy co-host, Jason Lapine. Jason, how is LA?
I don't want to comment on my thoughts on LA. E3's here, so that's good.
You don't like LA?
It's not what I expected. It's my second time here, though, so I'm not as disappointed as the first time.
What's wrong with it?
I was expecting more of a glamorous city for it being, the city of movie stars, of Hollywood, of E3. But it's not that at all.
That's cool.
So
yeah,
since you're host, are you remembering to alternate whose face is showing up?
It does it automatically by whoever's talking.
Okay. So we're doing this at the same time as a presser, right? Nintendo fans versus Bethesda presser.
Didn't I already correct you and say it's Bethesda?
Bethesda. I forgot what the correction was. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. Yeah, Bethesda. I don't know. Like, I saw some of Doom, and I was like, it doesn't really look like Doom. And then
It looked cool, though.
I mean, it looked cool, but it doesn't look Doomy. Like, it doesn't look like Doom. It looks like Halo or Gears of War or something. It doesn't have that Doom sort of feel to it. I mean, it looks great, but I mean, Doom 3 looks great, and that game wasn't all that great.
Oh, I think our internet just shot.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so I'm running out of a hotel internet here, guys. So I'm sorry if anything weird happens. There's also two other guys in the room with me that are also with Enthusiast Gaming. That sounded bad.
I bet there is.
Yeah, so people here who are all working to bring you some awesome gaming news for E3. So if you hear any noises, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm sure. Two dudes, three dudes in a room, bunch of weird noises. Nothing wrong with that, you know.
They're all gamers. One's a PC. No?
Gamers. Okay.
All right. How about this? You don't make fun. You don't make fun of me tonight, or you don't get this.
I hate you so much. It's gonna be so hard. All right, so let's get into the good shit. So we had. Let me
show you this.
Okay. Yes, that's for me.
And one's for me.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, let's get into the good stuff.
Hold on. Also, this. God.
You're a terrible guest.
I am. So this is a lanyard that they're giving out at E3 this year. So you can see here, it says Super Mario Brothers Maker, or just Super Mario Brothers 30th anniversary. You know what it says.
Super.
Yeah. So total. I've also been awake since 5 a.m. So I apologize. I flew in today. I went to this Nintendo thing, and I'm just trying to get up to date with stuff. And then you've got all of the power-up icons. And on the other side, you've got all of these cool Mario graphics from all the different generations.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Last year, they gave away a Smash Brothers lanyard with every pass. So this is good. It's cool. I like free swag.
All right, you ready for me to talk now?
Yeah, you can go. I'm done showing off my goods.
So we had the Smash stuff this morning, very sort of early, which you did not see. Have you caught up with that, or do I need to inform you kind of what's going on with that?
So I know Ryu's in Smash, and that was available like right away along with Roy. Is that free, or do you have to buy that stuff?
Money.
How much does that cost?
The standard characters I think are either $3.99 or $4.99. Like Lucas, Roy. Now Ryu was $6.99 for Wii U and 3DS version, but that also comes with a stage, remix tracks, and it could have been $10. I would have bought it.
Did you buy it already, or?
Oh yeah, I bought. Yeah, I put up a video of it.
So this is my first time connecting back to the internet since I left Toronto. So I am a little bit out of the loop with anything online. Of course, I've been keeping up on Twitter a bit, but that's it. So how does Ryu play? I've only seen Reggie play him, and it didn't look so good.
No, he's not. I mean, he's probably the most in-depth character in Smash Brothers. Like when they were talking about when Sakurai was talking about him when they revealed him, like he has like light attacks and strong attacks, basing it on how long you hold the button. Hold on, I got a burp. Excuse me. He has combos. He has 2 final smashes, which is the only character that has that. He doesn't. He has the moves of a Street Fighter character, but it doesn't really play like it quite yet. I think I just have to get used to it. But it's a hell of a lot of fun to play as him. Just throwing Hadokens in a Smash game is just amazing. But he was the only. And then there was the character costumes as well. There is 2 from Mega Man. Jackie and Akira from Virtua Fighter, some dude from Tekken. I don't know. I'm not a big Tekken head.
Got the white hair?
Hmm?
You got the white hair?
Yeah, I think. No, yeah. No, the spiky hair. Hachachi or something. It begins with an H. I can't think of what his name is. Now, the one problem is that like altogether, it's very expensive. It's like $20 or $30, something like that for everything. And it's, I don't know, that seems way high. I mean, I'm kind of in the camp where I just say buy what you want. Like I don't give a shit about Lucas. I don't care about Roy. There's some new stages as well from Smash 64 that they put in the game, redone or whatever, like you saw during the Nintendo World Championships. But yeah, it was a very good announcement thing, and I think even though like Ryu and Roy were already leaked, like people were still very excited about it, and like the eShop just shut down. Like it took me like an hour and a half to get them after the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
So
can we talk about the real excitement for the day? Can we just like dive right into the World Championships?
I mean, well, yeah, because I mean that's the only other thing that really happened today, so it's kind of a segue. But yeah, so you were there, so talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, so I was trying to put a video up for you guys so you could see what the feel was from inside. What did you guys see from the Twitch stream? Were you guys able to see the crowds? Could you hear the crowds cheering, or did you just get like what was on stage in the gameplay footage?
No, you could hear the crowds. They actually did a phenomenal job. Like the presentation of it was really. I mean, there was little hiccups because it's live, of course, but like if they released a DVD of that, I would buy it. Like it was like the presentation was very well done.
Yeah, fantastic event. Like last year I was here for E3, and so I'm comparing the World Championships a little bit to the Smash Invitational. And me not being big Smash fan, after about a half hour of it, I had enough. But what I loved about the World Championships is like every 15, 20 minutes, bam, new game, and you didn't know what to expect. I love the elements of surprise. It was fun for everyone, whether you were casual, hardcore in any one game. So I'm here with 2 guys, right? I've got Matt, writer for Gaming Enthusiast, and I've got my person who's running the camera for me at E3 is the editor-in-chief of Film Enthusiast. So he's not much of a gamer, and he was sitting through the World Championships. He was having a blast. Like he's cheering on, he's laughing, he's clapping. He's just like, man, I want to buy like a Wii U after this. Like he hasn't bought a console in 10 years, but I think that really talks to people who aren't looking at gaming like you and I every day. Just the real casual person who will pick are completely engrossed in this experience and just have a great time. I think Nintendo did a fantastic job with it. I hope to see more events like this kick off E3, and not necessarily just Nintendo. Like if other companies want to do it, go for it. I'm not convinced that they could necessarily do it that great yet. But yeah, kick off E3. It's a gaming show. Let's have fun with it. Let's play games. Let's have competitions for fun. It was just blast. And to talk, so I didn't even answer your question. I'm sorry. When you walk in, so it was at the Nokia Center, which funny enough has been renamed to the Microsoft Center. So it's funny to have a Nintendo thing in there. So you walk in, there's guards at every door, and they're scanning you and checking your bags. and there's just music blaring in the lobby as soon as you walk in. It's like there was Gerudo Valley playing, there was some Xenoblade soundtrack playing, like just filling the room, giving that environment. I was surprised at how little swag there was. There was just a little booth where you could get these World Championship shirts, and the smallest size they had was large. So it was I was shocked at how, I don't know, weak the swag was. And then you would walk this down this dark tunnel, and it was just like it was like walking down towards the light. And then as soon as you hit that light, it was just bam, huge auditorium, and you had like the Nintendo World Championship, an awesome stage setup, which you guys saw in a huge light show, and the audience was great. Like to be there, to feel the reactions to all the surprises, it was a great experience. It was amazing.
Sounds like a good time.
It was a good time. It was 3 hours, very well spent.
Yeah, I watched it all at home. I ran Twitch through my Wii U and watched it on the big screen. Well, I mean, you know, we had that huge thing with Mother 1 or Earthbound Beginnings to start it off, which was, I mean, that was freaking out of nowhere. Like, you want to talk about something surprising? Like, that was a good surprise.
That was, yeah, because no one could have predicted that. No
No.
one did.
And I mean, everyone knows I'm not the biggest Earthbound fan, but I mean that's very cool of them to, you know, finally translate that game, finally have it, you know, legit. Because I mean, there's been,
dude walked into the room.
of course he did. There's dudes walking into your room all the time in LA.
There's dudes everywhere in here. Just,
yeah, I mean, there's your friends.
Hide your wife, hide your kids.
Wow. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but Earthbound, that was pretty neat. And then did you see any of them playing Woolly World before the event on Treehouse?
Yes, I was there just before the Treehouse kicked off, so we were seeing that too, the Woolly World.
That was a cool little thing. I thought that game looked really good. I mean, I'm still not. I mean, it's still a 2D platformer, and I'm still kind of burnt out on them. But I thought it looked good. And then
kind of blue balling on Yoshi's Woolly World. Like, it was great last year, and the fact that it's at this E3 again is very disappointing. I wish it was out already.
Well, I mean, they did say that most of the stuff you're going to see at E3 is 2015 releases. And then we had the hell was the name of that game? Block Ball?
Oh, in the World Championships, the surprise reveal. Is it called Block Ball?
No, my brain is fried.
Blast Ball. Was it Blast Ball?
Yes.
Very Metroid-like.
That game looked awesome. Like that, when I was watching it, I was like, whoa, this looks cool. And it looks a hell of a lot of fun. I thought that was a good surprise. And, you know, they're going to have to talk about it at E3 because you can't just, like, show it and then not really say anything about it. But that was a good...
I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the playable games on the show floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
So I'll be able to try it out Tuesday.
Yes.
It looks really fun, though.
It does look really fun, and it's not a... You know, that's a new IP. That's a game out of left field that, you know, no one saw coming. As far as World Championships themselves, how was everything from being there? Like, could you hear everything? Could you see everything? What was the deal with that?
Yeah, so you had what was on stage, but there was also there was 3 screens. There were 2 big screens on each side. So I'm sure that's what you guys were seeing at home, so I could see what you guys were seeing. And the only like added advantage of being there is obviously the vibe. Like when they announce, I think the best moment out of all was when they talked about the Smash Invitational last year, and they showed Reggie saying like, "Next time I'm gonna kick your ass." Like the whole room was just filling with hype, and like they just kept building and building. And then Reggie came out, and then there was a smack talk, and then Reggie got destroyed, which was really painful to watch. I even told Ed, the guy from Film Enthusiast, I was like, this guy's a Smash Pro. Reggie will probably get destroyed within a minute. I don't understand what's gonna happen here. Maybe I'll be surprised. Nope, can't even recover from like platforms. Oh my god, poor Reggie. But it was good. It was entertaining. Like it was a good show. But like you heard, obviously it was amazing being in the room. But like, what was it like for you? I was seeing you on Facebook, flipping out every time a new announcement was happening or something new. Like, what was it like from a viewer at home to?
It was like I said, it was very entertaining. If they created a DVD, like I would gladly buy that. Like that was freaking awesome. I guess I was initially a little disappointed that the end game wasn't something new, but the way they did it with Mario Maker, now known as Super Mario Maker, that was freaking genius. Like that was the best. Much like revealing Super Mario Brothers 3, like that was like the best way to sell that game, because you had these really good players playing a game that's really freaking creative. So like a lot of people on social media went from meh to I need this game now solely from that. So that was,
And
yeah.
I was one of those people.
I know you were, you bastard.
Yeah,
Let's do the quote. I don't want to play other people's levels. I don't want to create my own levels. I want to create a game that's already created.
Yeah, that's what I sound like exactly. You got me to a T. But it was the boot. It was genius work. I was certain that they were going to have Super Mario Brothers as the final game. Like they hadn't done any Mario games from game 8 to 2. I'm like, obviously they're holding on to their flagship franchise for the grand prize. I was like, God, I don't want to watch these professionals like gather 50 coins in Mario or just try to have the best speed run. Like I've seen that, and I feel if that like that's what I was preparing for, and I'm like, this is gonna be a huge downer. Everything's been a good build up, and then they're just gonna ruin it by being traditional. But no, that twist with the Mario Maker, it was amazing. Like we were all in our seats, like just like grasping and biting like down on our fingers because it was crazy to watch. And the fact that like no one knew what the level was, we were being trolled like at the same time as the player. Like when he hit like a box and like all this crazy shit came out, we were all like, oh shit. And like Cosmo got stuck on the first Mario Maker level. He couldn't figure out to like use the conveyor belt to jump, which was frustrating to watch. But when the second guy got it, what's his name again? Johnny Numbers?
Yeah, John Numbers, but I call him Johnny Numbers. Johnny
Numbers.
sounds more mafia.
I like John Numbers. I love he had a great presence on stage, like just having a great time. When he got everyone, like every time he was like nailing a jump, everyone's like, oh, and then he missed the pipe at the end. It was like, ah, shit. It was great. Like I want to see more events like this, like throughout the world. Obviously, I think we all do. It's just we need more of it.
Well, I mean, that comes to the problem of who would do those. I mean, clearly Nintendo could do those events, but I don't know if the gaming industry really likes that kind of stuff. I mean, let's face it, they're kind of, oddball out.
If only there was someone enthusiastic enough to put on such events.
Yeah. Yes. So, I mean, that could be in your next thing. Now, I will say one thing. The Smash stuff went on way too long. They should have had those levels or the times be shorter. That was the only time I was getting really bored is during the Smash. Everything else I was entertained extensively. But
Mario Kart was a bit.
Man, Mario Kart and Smash went on too long, but that could just be because we've played those games so much and covered those games so much. Maybe to the average person, not so bad, but
even Mario Maker to an extent was a bit long because there was 4 levels.
No, I was entertained the whole time.
I felt bad, like every time they would die, I'm like, oh shit, they have to like redo that. Like I was so discouraged for them. Like here they are, they played 2.5 hours of games, and now they have to like go through this torture, which is these sadistic levels.
Right. So I guess we've covered both of those things, so that kind of leaves us with what do you think? Do you think like is have we seen what we're gonna most of the big guns, and there's gonna be one or two things? But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been revealed through directs, mini directs, and today. Do you what's it like out there? Are people thinking that Tuesday is just going to be freaking nuts and there's a lot of aces up the sleeve, or do they think it's just going to be sort of a continuation process?
So there's not much buzz out here. Like media was able to pick up their passes at 1 p.m. late. That's when media, the earliest meet at the center. And then there was the Nintendo event 2 hours after that, 3 o'clock. So I honestly haven't spoken to many people. There's not too much buzz going around. Even like in the Staples Center, they're still putting up all of the gaming billboards and signs. It's really cool to see it all go up. Personally, I think we're in for still a lot of surprises. We have no idea what Star Fox will look like, as an example. I think that there's a lot of potential in what that could be. I think they got rid of all of their fluff, and now it's just like you've gotten your appetizers. Now it's like, here comes your steak. Your steak is coming Tuesday, and like that's gonna be your main course. All of the little fancy drinks and your appetizers and hors d'oeuvres, they're gone. You've had them. Like I feel the Mario Kart fans, they've been covered with their update last month. Smash fans, they got their update today. Everyone got everything. Now it's like, all right, here's the new stuff. And what they did unveil today, I felt that was appropriate. I don't think you could have like had the Mother Chronicles, Mother Anthology, or Earthbound Beginnings. I don't think you could have announced that in any other really channel that would have been as exciting. If you would have announced that Tuesday next to the big hitters, it would have just gotten drowned out. People would have been like, what is this? But before the World Championships, when no one's expecting it, it's perfect. And then Blast Ball, that again is the best way to show it. If I would have shown you Blast Ball, like, hey, here's another game, you would have been like, cool, a new 3DS game. But to see it in a competition, a Nintendo competition, you're like, shit, this is a Nintendo bag. This looks fun. This is amazing. This came out of nowhere. Again, blows you away. So I think Nintendo is being very smart in how they're planning their Tuesday, because I think you're going to see a lot of stuff dropping on Tuesday. Because let's see, let's see what you got playable at E3. You've probably got Woolly World. You've got Mario Maker, 2 games which were here last year. We're getting Blast Ball. That's 3. We're probably getting Star Fox. That's playable. That's 4 games. Project, Robot, and whatever the other one is, Giant. And again, like I said, 2 of those were here last year. So I feel that there should be 2 to 3 more games. What do you think? I can't hear you anymore. Your mic cut out. I can see your mouse moving, but I can't hear you.
Now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Xenoblade and Fatal Frame will both be playable, more than likely.
Fatal Frame, that's a good one to have, yeah.
Do you think you're going to see new stuff?
Well, Star Fox is going to be new. Just because it's an IP we know, there's so much potential in the gameplay. I think there's a lot there. I'm hopeful for Metroid, but I'm feeling less and less excited about it. I'm not as confident in it being unveiled. Definitely looking forward for something by Retro, because they did tweet that thing last week, which was, can you dig it? And then they linked to Nintendo's E3 page. And from what we've seen today and so far, there is nothing that goes with dig it. So I think that's still a tease.
Do you think Platinum will show something for the Wii U?
So what is it that they showed like yesterday, or the Transformers? Was that for Wii U or?
No, it's not. And a lot of people are thinking like that was their big reveal, but I think the Transformers thing is a diversion to something bigger. and something that's a Wii U exclusive, in my opinion, from what I've heard.
So why do you think it would be? Is it just from what you've heard, or is it a gut feeling, or some writing on the wall?
A combination of both, because I can't foresee IGN wanting to get an exclusive for a cell shaded Transformers game that's multi-platform. What's the point? Like, that's something that could be announced on a Tuesday in the middle of October. That's not something huge, groundbreaking, unless I'm just completely wrong. But I don't think I am. It's coming out on 360, it's coming out on PS3. Like, that's not something that, if I was, if that was all I had to choose from as a reporter, okay, but I would, as someone as big as IGN, you would think they would have something bigger. So I think it's just a decoy.
Do you think after Bayonetta 2, Platinum would go exclusively with Wii U again?
Yes, because I've heard things about Bayonetta 2 actually exceeding what a lot of people would think it sold from trusted sources.
That's interesting.
I've heard basically what I've heard is their partnership, and this could all be bullshit, but I've heard this from a couple different people from a couple different places, underground sort of things. I've heard that the partnership is very good between them because their Platinum is pleased with how Nintendo is handling them, and Nintendo is pleased with what Platinum is doing for the console. I've heard Bayonetta 2 is not 600,000 or whatever. I hear that's it's more around 1 million plus, which would actually put it at the same rate of the original game with a tenth, or not a tenth, but an eighth of the platform install base. And I've heard that there's a good chance, Vanquish 2, like someone said in the room. I'm really hearing a lot about that, which is surprising, but I don't know. And it would be, what I've heard is that it'll be similar to the Bayonetta situation, where it'll be a 2-disc affair, with the first Vanquish on disc 1 and then Vanquish 2 on disc 2. So I mean, take it as a grain of salt, but I've heard it a lot, and I've heard it from different people who don't really interact with each other. So I don't know, could be interesting.
For sure. So tonight, were you planning on doing a full-length episode, or are we just kind of doing a quick recap because it was exciting, and then we'll do like another thing on maybe Tuesday if possible? I don't know.
No, I didn't think we should do. I mean, I think we should just take a couple questions and then end it, because I'm sure everyone's pretty burnt out from today.
Yeah, and I have, funny enough, I'm going to the Xbox press conference at like 8:30 tomorrow morning. So,
hey, get up, and I'll message you. Never mind.
Sure.
All right, so we're gonna open the floor up for questions now. So go ahead and feel free to ask a few questions in the chat room, and we'll probably hang around for about 10 more minutes, and then we got shit to do. So,
question or comments?
Yeah.
Also, I will be conducting some interviews this week with Nintendo staff. One being, we'll be talking to a Nintendo spokesperson. So if there's any question you would like me to ask them, please let me know. And that interview is going to be you guys to watch afterwards. I'm also going to be interviewing Damon Baker, the Nintendo indie contact at Nintendo. So he would know anything and everything about indie developers, indie games. So if there's any questions you guys would like me to pass up to them for my interviews with them, please let me know. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Jason_Lapine. You can DM me there, or just ask it here and I'll make a note of it. Just let me know.
Yes, be sure to do that.
Is Miyamoto beautiful in real life? He's a wonderful person. A lot shorter than I thought he would be, but just such a ball of joy. Like when he showed up on stage, like the whole room just lit up. He's beautiful. That's all I gotta say.
What was your favorite moment in Nintendo World Championships 15? I would say Reggie trying.
Trying.
He tried.
Very well said.
I mean, he tried.
Definitely Reggie was great. I could list them off. Reggie was amazing. The new game announcement. I loved their flow of gaming. I loved how it was in 8 rounds, and every new round was a new game. And I loved the Mario Maker troll level at the end, of course.
Shawn, Ryu, but still no Simon Belmont. Like at this point of the game, I'm gonna take my victories when I can, and Ryu is a victory. So I was actually didn't I say something on an episode where like if Ryu was confirmed, like you would see a grown man cry tears of joy or something?
Yeah, I could quote that.
I'm pretty sure.
Ryu, I will record myself crying or something like that.
All right,
mocking voice.
I'll make myself cry then. Do you think Mother 3 will be released by Nintendo? Maybe, because I think it's interesting to do Earthbound Beginnings now and announce it now. And like you kind of said that it wouldn't really fit into place. Earthbound has this weird cult following, and I think that the Earthbound thing could have easily been in their E3 thing. I know it's not like I know it's a virtual console game, but it could have been something like maybe say they have some upcoming virtual console games they want to show off during their presser, and so they're like that's what kicks it off, and then they show you 5 quick games or something. So I think that there might be something more to it. I don't really care because Earthbound doesn't do anything for me, but I hope for the fans of the series that there is more to it than that.
Is your mic cut out again? Or am I cutting out?
No, it should be good.
Yeah, okay, we're good. Hotel Wi-Fi. Never know what happens.
Okay, what got your blood pumping the most today, Ryu? Anything for you?
I'm repeating it. Really walking into the theater of the World Championship. Just that vibe. I'm being surrounded by Nintendo fans all cheering. Someone was asking if there were a lot of people in cosplay at the event. Not as many as there could have been. There was a lot of Mario. There was a lot of people with squid. What am I saying? Splatoon squid hats. This guy is flaunting his pizza all over the place. Yeah, so not that much cosplay, like 5-10% of the audience was cosplaying. I would definitely like to see more people at these sorts of events in the future, if there are more.
What one title that Nintendo could announce would win them E3 by themselves? I mean, E3 is very subjective anyways. I mean, they already have a great start. So, I mean, technically anyone can win E3. It's in the eye of the beholder. Nintendo fans will always say Nintendo did. Sony fans will always say that. It's kind of the middle ground people that...
I saw an article title earlier today. I want to read it. I didn't read it, but it was about Nintendo. It doesn't matter because they were saying Nintendo hands down won E3 last year. But it didn't matter. People didn't buy a Wii U. People didn't support the company more. So,
yeah. So I mean, it's all subjective, really. But I think they're doing a good job at the start to renew people's interest in what's essentially a dead console. That's what some people say. Do you think Devil's Third will not sell well due to the August release date, which only gives July for marketing? No, I mean it's gonna sell. It is what it is. It'll be a slow burn game for sure. But it really depends, what else comes around that time. I think they will do some marketing for the game though. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, I don't have much.
Okay. We'll kind of try to get through some of these quick. You think Zelda U will be 2 players? No.
Nope.
Jason?
Nope. There might be a 2-player element where the second player's on the gamepad and can do things, but it'll be very limited if there's a second player.
Someone's calling me out for not liking Mother. I like your mother. Shawn, do you think that Wii U third-party support might pick up after E3? I think possibly. I think you're going to see collaborations. I don't think it's going to be like traditional third-party support where it's multi-platform shit. I think it's going to be more partnership stuff. But I think you will see more partnerships because it's a win-win for everyone. Like Nintendo gets a game for their console, a company gets money in their pocket when, let's face it, a lot of these third-party companies, if they're not American companies, they're bleeding themselves dry, which, look it up. It's pretty common. It's pretty common knowledge. So, they're being able to stay relevant. They're able to make money, guaranteed money. It doesn't matter if the game sells one copy or a million copies. It's all based on, I'm sure there's an incentive, if the game sells, X amount of copies, you'll get X amount of dollars. But, I think you'll see more of that. I think you'll see the more partnerships. Jason?
Yeah, something tells me we will be seeing more third-party support. And like you're saying, not the classic stuff. Not the multi-plat. That's gone. Which reminded me, we're probably going to see Project Treasure on the show floor this week.
Oh yes, I forgot, dude. There's a lot of. Let's go ahead. Let's take a quick break from the question because the questions are almost pretty dried up, anyways. Let's go ahead and announce every game that potentially should be releasing this year. Okay, we have Xenoblade, Yoshi's Woolly World, Devil's Third, Fatal Frame, Project Treasure, Mario Maker, Star Fox. Am I missing anything?
I think those are the big ones.
Okay, so we have 7 Wii U titles, first-party titles that are confirmed. You don't know what the hell is going to happen on Tuesday. So do you think that maybe that's a reaction due to Zelda being delayed? Because you didn't have, and then you have games like, Guitar Hero Live, something else. There was something else. Some other third-party game. And then
the Lego? Was it the Lego?
Yeah, you got the Lego. You got the Lego Dimensions. You got Legend of K, which is coming out. Skylanders. So now we're up to 11 games. And that's stuff we know. So do you think that the Rodea the Sky Soldier, that's 12?
I think we might get a small game, similar to like Captain Toad. Captain Toad was announced at last year's E3. We got it by Christmas. I think we might see another quote unquote budget person.
But that's 8 games. Party. 8 games in July. Let's be realistic. They're probably not gonna release anything big in July. So August, September, October, November, December. That's 8 games in 5 months.
And Pokken Tournament. Come on, bring Pokken Tournament.
Pokken Tournament is 2016. Pokken Tournament is 2016.
I know.
But I mean that's 8 games, first party titles in 6 months, plus some other games. So do you think the drought, as it said, will be over and finally quenched?
I don't know. Do you remember last year's E3? Nintendo came strong, and we were like, oh my god, there's so many Wii U titles coming out. And then, what did we see? We got Smash, we got Splatoon, Kirby, Captain Toad.
Hyrule Warriors, Bayonetta 2.
Okay. 6, 7. Yeah, so we got about the same number of titles, and the stigma of the drought still remained. So...
Well, you got to figure this is all this year.
The last 7 titles in 2014, 2015 were all this year. Or last year.
I don't know. I think it'll be healthier. All right. So, any final questions? We've gone almost an hour here. We didn't really plan on doing that long. Jason needs some sleep. I need a smoke, and I don't know where they are, and I need something to drink. So, let's get some final questions in. If you have any questions, like Jason said he'll be interviewing Damon Baker from Nintendo. He's the head of the indie department.
A spokesperson, a Nintendo spokesperson who can answer all the general stuff.
And he'll have a spokesperson who can answer general stuff. So, and yes, the drafts will always be in the first half of the year. It's like that with any system. I mean, you could even look at, if it wasn't for multiplats, what would Xbox One and, PS4 have? But I think you're going to see a very heavy, because really, I mean, you got to figure they're more or less winding down the console. I mean, even if it's done in 2017, that's, a year and a half. So, new Nintendo 3DS, any chance for that? You know what? I don't know. I like the XL, but we just had a thing, Tekken 7 for Wii U. You know what's very interesting about the Tekken and Street Fighter thing, Jason?
And Virtua Fighter as well.
I'm gonna leave Virtua Fighter out just because it fits better. So let's leave Virtua Fighter out. But what if? Because if you don't remember, Tekken X Street Fighter was actually in development for the Wii U. What if Nintendo purchased the rights to that and is doing a second party thing, and that's going to be released at E3?
That would be cool. Oh my god.
We've lost Jason.
You lost me to pizza. Sorry.
But that's sort of a realistic possibility here.
It is, yeah. That'd be very exciting. Like I told you, there's gonna be a lot of surprises through, and I'm excited for it.
Retro is working on Resetti, the game.
Okay.
Someone just said something about the digging. It's going to be Resetti, and it'll be like a dig dug game. Resetti from Animal Crossing. That's another thing. Animal Crossing. That's another game that a lot of people are expecting.
I think of SteamWorld Dig, which is an amazing digging game.
Retro's working on SteamWorld Dig.
No,
we're talking about Retro.
I know, but I don't see what they could be. I made a joke on Twitter. Metroid Underground.
Oh, you're funny. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
How do you through prediction?
Do you think F-Zero could be announced for the Wii U? It could. I mean,
nope.
Anything could be announced. I don't know. There was lots of F-Zero subtleties during the Nintendo World Championships. You notice that? There's a lot of F-Zero subtleties. There was a lot of Metroid subtleties. I'm not saying anything, but
not true. Show me your moves.
I noticed it. I noticed both of those things. Let's be realistic here. Let's say this is how we're going to end it. We're going to end it on a hypothesis, because that's what E3 is all about. Let's say we have the core lineup of games, all right, that we've already discussed that are already coming out this year. And what if Nintendo said, we're doing F-Zero, we're doing Metroid, we've bought the Tekken X Street Fighter IP, that'll be a Wii U exclusive. Do you think that would give the Wii U a shot in the ass in sales? Or do you think it's just always going to be stagnant, and the only people that are going to buy those games are going to be the people who already own the console?
I want to see what Splatoon did to Wii U sales. Like, I want to see a curve, and I'll probably be on Nintendo in numbers one day. But yeah,
I mean, you've got Japan,
yeah,
where it did 20K plus 2 weeks in a row, which is unheard of in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
You have North America, but the NPD only did 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And the game sold 150,000 copies, was 5th overall. And
I know it did great, but I want to see like the overall thing, the stats, and I want to see how much of a shot Splatoon gave. And if they're going to put that much marketing power behind 2-3 of their games like that every year, yeah, maybe they can bring the Wii U back from the dead, or shake off its stigma, is what I should say.
Shake off the stank. Shake off that stank. And that's how we're going to end tonight.
Nobody want to be touching that dirty Wii U.
With shaking off the stank, getting rid of the stank. So, Jason, feel free to do any plugs you need to do.
Yeah, so guys, hit me up on social media, Jason_Lapine at Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see some good E3 stuff. If you guys want to suggest what you want to see from the E3 show floor, let me know. I'm also going to be passing all this stuff up to Shawn, and if he finds it interesting, he's going to be writing about it on NintendoEnthusiast.com. Yeah, I'm here with people from gaming enthusiasts, film enthusiasts, Xbox enthusiasts. We have all of our writers, all of our staff on the show floor. So, you know, if you do like more than just Nintendo, do check out all of our other sites. We're here as enthusiastgaming.com, the future of gaming. I think that should be our motto.
Yeah, that's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, you know, that's what I am. Other than that, yeah, you can always check out my Tales of a Noob Gamer channel, which is right here in the chat. And I'm done on my plugs.
All right, so hold on, I'm typing something. So what I just typed in the room is the name of my personal channel. If you'd like to check me out, it's been very successful so far. I'm very appreciative of that. Besides that, I am the head. I said something bad. I am the head dude in charge. I think you could get where I was going with that. For your E3 coverage on Nintendo Enthusiast on Tuesday, it's pretty much just going to be me. It'll be interesting to see as far as reporting stuff as it happens while they're all on the show floor. So it'll be interesting. I don't know where the hell I'm going with this. I'm terrible at ending things. So yeah, thanks for coming to hang out with us. A good time. You know, we'll try to do something else. I know Jason and I have been kicking around something, you know, a little more, you know, fancy for E3. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Make sure you visit the site. We had a lot of good traffic on the site today. Yes, Alexander Trap. That's almost what I said. That would have been the PR nightmare for me.
It all depends, by the way, who I meet at E3. If I meet some interesting people that want to do some live chats, we're going to set that up too. So.
Yeah, so, you know, stick around on the channel. You know, there's going to be shit going up on the channel, like, all the time. Like, you know, just cool stuff from Jason. And then, you know, if something happens where I can do something, I will, you know, stream whatever or, you know, capture whatever with my capture card. So, yeah, you know, just hang out on the site.
Oh, our friend Eli that everyone loves is here too.
Yeah, Eli, who thinks things get sleazy sometimes. He's in the city of sleaze now, though. But yeah, you know, just hang out. You know, check on the YouTube account, check on the website NintendoEnthusiast.com, and we'll see you guys around. Hit me up on Twitter at SeanLong85. I'll write that in there too, and we will see you guys later in the week. Rest up because Tuesday is going to kick some ass. All right, later, people.